everyone, and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3. Since the last episode, I have done some grinding on the perks. We are now up to level 16, and this is what we have so far. I'm trying to get Root Armara so we can get more experience that way, and I'll continue to go around the circle until hopefully we can recover what we had lost previously. So, as I mentioned in the last episode, in this episode we're going to be doing digital storage and getting an ME system finally set up here so I don't have to search through 15 bajillion chests and go to different drawers to find all my stuff. It can all be in one centralized location. It'll be glorious, but we have to make it first. So to start off here, we need to get some Fluix crystals. I can get charged Certus really easily and automatically from this setup. As you can see here, there's 352 in that drawer. So I take these with some nether quartz and redstone and make a bunch of Fluix. Beautiful. Now I have 32 Fluix crystals. I didn't plan for it to be 32, but that just worked out that way. So, I can make a charger. Oh, you can make them through combustion. Interesting. I didn't know that. But anyway, you can make a charger and an energy acceptor, energy cell, and ME class cable, as well as getting pure stuff, which I have recently seen by looking through recipes and stuff at the pure Certus crystal, that you can make pure Certus crystal through an enrichment chamber, which I did not know, and it works. I mean, you have to make the seed for the nether quartz and Fluix, I imagine, but really, this is so much faster, unless it takes like 15 years to do, but I'll see. That'll probably be what I end up doing, because it's much faster than having to wait for 15 years to get all the stuff that you need. So, probably doing that. I also need some sand, if I remember my recipes correctly. And, there we go. Seed is dust and sand, so we just need to pulverize all of these, get them into dust, and then we can make sand that way. And I like how I still use this thing as my pulverizer, even though I actually made a pulverizer a long time ago. But once all of these are pulverized, we can take these and make the respective seeds, like so, not like that, like so. Fluix seed, Certus seed, and nether quartz seed. Beautiful. We can throw those in water to collect them, or we can throw them into the enrichment chamber, which is what I want to see, because if this actually works at a reasonable pace, oh yes, this is way faster than putting it in any sort of water using crystal growth accelerators, and it goes right to the pure. Wow, that is amazing. Why did this always exist? What the heck? This would have saved me so much time if I had done this a long time ago, back when Unabridged still existed. We can get all of these made up, looking very nice. The charger, I don't think I'll need. And the energy acceptor and stuff, I don't know if I'll need this either. I mean, I can make it, just in case, and I will make it, but I don't know if I actually need it at all. So, these should be finished, I think. Yep. Okay, cool. And now onto the pressing. These also, because of the way Modern Skyblock works, you can't find them in meteors, so they're just made through combustion. But pure Certus quartz crystal and iron block, and all of those get you the inscription. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of the presses here, get all those made, and make the energy acceptor and this stuff, and the charger too. Why not? Alright, so as you can see by my hotbar, I have made all three of these things, the charger and all four of the presses. And that takes us to here in the quest book. Now, I don't need these. Because I have the enrichment chamber, I do not need any of these. I might make it at some point if I feel like I want to. If I want to automate it like I did in Unabridged, I will. But if I don't want to, then I'm not going to. Because I don't really see a need for that. However, something I do need to make is the inscriber and all three of these processors. The inscriber itself is pretty bad, and as soon as I can get the upgraded advanced inscriber right here, I will, because this sucks. I don't know if I need the processors to make it. I hope I don't. Oh, I do. Dang it. Okay, well I have to use it a bit, but I'll make that, use it, and use it to make the presses and stuff, and then I can make the advanced inscriber and not have to ever do that again. So, in case you were wondering why I hate this thing, you can't stack items here. Like, I'm trying to put more diamonds in this slot, and you can't do that. And I don't understand why that is. Anyway, I need 2 of those. I also need 2 of these, but oh look, you can't make them 2 at a time because you can't stack items. So now I have to wait for this thing to finish before I can even put the second one in. I don't get it. Why is it like that? It's so stupid. And then you can't stack these either, so I have to wait for this thing to finish being made. Like that, before I can put the other parts in to make the second one. And it's ridiculous. And also, this is running off of RF with no energy acceptor. So, we'll see what happens. Another thing I even forgot to mention, yes, if you can believe it, there's more things wrong with the regular inscriber. Is this taking power? No. Why? Come on. Really? You don't have to be like that. I made the advanced inscriber, trying to use it, and then it's not taking power. What if I hook you up to an energy acceptor? I do that, and then that. There you go. Simple solution. Yeah. It made it. I made a silicon press. Hey, look at that. I can stack items in the slot. Wow. Who would have thought? And the regular inscriber, why is it making more? What is it? What are you... Okay, cool. Not sure why that happened, but it did, so that's pretty cool. Another thing, the regular inscriber can't be automated easily, like at all. So, another problem with it, it's just a really bad thing, and it doesn't need to exist when this thing is so much better. It's ridiculous. Anyway, now that little rant is over with why I hate inscribers and the regular inscriber. Anyway, it's just so much better. Use this, please. If you have AE2 stuff, use this. If you use nothing else from AE2 stuff, use the advanced inscriber. Just for the betterment of all of society. It's just a better thing. Okay. So, all the processors have been made. This quest is complete, and since we already made the advanced inscriber, that quest is complete too. Okay. So, now we need ME controller, which is extremely important. Very important block there. And some dense energy cells, which are not that important, but kind of important. And not the ME chest, that I don't really care about that. ME drive is what I'm after. I want, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or so of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, use the, there's something, I think, that allows you to box up chests. I'll use that. I don't remember what it's called. I'm going to box these up, put them over here, and set my ME system up here, where the, like, drives and stuff are here, my terminal is here, and all of that. So I can get those set up, and that can start being used. But also, to make the controller, it's very important, we need Skystone, which is very odd, because it has to be made using obsidian and alchemical coal in combustion, which is unusual, because normally you just find it. But I will get that made. I can get the controller and a bunch of drives crafted, and we can start setting up the ME system. Alright, so as you can see here, got the controller set up there, one drive set up there. I might add more eventually, but I'll stick with one for now. If I find that I need more space, then I'll make a second one. And around the back here, our energy acceptor is there, energy cell, and an advanced inscriber right there, just to have it be there. So we have all this made. In the quest book, there are a large amount of quests available here. Like, very large. I will probably not do most of them. Because this right here is what we need to move on. And I don't really need an ME capacity or capability adapter. Like, I don't really need one. Or I don't really need these odd immersive cables. Like, I just don't need them. And this going wireless thing is actually something that I'll probably make. But if I don't need to make all these different terminals and the security terminal and the dense energy cell, then I'm not going to. Because I don't need to. What I do need is this. Pretty much this whole line is what I need. Like, all of these. I do need one of the big ones, but I'm probably otherwise going to stop at like 16K. For the stuff that I stick in the drives, I'm just going to stop it at 16K. Because I can also hook up these drawer systems I have throughout the place. I can hook these all up to it, and they don't require drives. So a lot of my bulk storage doesn't need a drive, which is why I don't need too much in terms of everything. So I will be going up and making some 16K drives and all that stuff. And there are a lot of other quests here too, but a lot of this is just crafting from this point on. Just making all of these, because one 4K requires 3 1K, and one 16K requires 3 4K. And so on and so forth. The 64 requires 316, and yeah, so on. There's a lot. But there's also fluid and gas cells, which I don't need. I have never used these. Some people might, but I don't. I haven't really seen a need for them at all. So it won't be doing that. If I decide to automate things, then I will probably want this. But until then, I'm only going to really need this ME crafting terminal out of these. So yeah, I think that's it in terms of what I'm making. So when we come back, a lot will happen. I'll have made this crafting terminal. I'll make a bunch of 16K drives. And I'll look into making this going wireless thing as well. Alright, so as you can see here, we now have 10 16K ME storage cells in here. And it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, because I managed to get 5 acceleration cards in here, which makes it go very quickly. And that significantly decreased the time it would take otherwise. So, now begins the process of moving all of this into here. Oh boy. Alright. As you can see around me, a lot of chests have been emptied. And if we look in here, we got all of our stuff, sort of, sitting in this chest. Ah, yeah. It's finally happened. No longer will I have to search through dozens of chests to find my items. But you may notice there are still some here. Namely, tools chests. I want to keep these separate from my ME system because of the type restrictions. All of these tools would be one type, and I wouldn't be able to fit all of them in my ME system as it is currently, and I don't really want to change anything there. So the tools are staying out separate, and this way if I die or something, or the thing loses power, I can still get tools from here, so I'm not stranded that way either. There are also a couple of other things I need to do for myself with this mod. Most importantly would be to get this thing, which requires like 2,180 something of the 1K storage components, which is kind of ridiculous. But there's also a couple other things I want to do. So, first of all, Astral Sorcery. As you may know, I recently messed up and attuned myself to Dissidia when I was previously attuned to Visio. Whatever, no big deal. I was going to work around, get all the perk experience, and then get all the perks. Whatever. Right? Except you can't actually do that. You only get 30 maximum points to use, and I did not realize this at the time of me starting to do the path that I'm currently going on. So, you can reset these, and I will be doing that, and you can reset them without changing your attunement. So I don't have to change attunement to Visio and then rework all my points back. I don't have to do that. I can make an item here called an Irradiant Star using this recipe in the altar, and I can make, and that will shift my attunement to Visio, while also allowing me to retain the 17 perk points I have. Also, with that, I was trying to go for increased experience, but it's best done through these Epiphany nodes, because I can do this, and then using the Epiphany node, I can unlock the other Epiphany nodes and get the experience boosts that are around them also. And that will just be a better method and will work well overall. I also want to get this Singularity thing so I can unlock roots here, and that will allow me to get XP from more sources as well. So there's that. I'll be making this thing and using it to set up a new set of perks. And additionally, I need to make a storage bus, this thing. I need like 3 of these. What these allow me to do is, if I go over to my drawer systems, like the one in here, the one down there, the one over there, I can hook them all up using a storage bus on the controller, and using that I can run a cable from that all the way over to the ME controller here, and then the items in there will start hooking up to my ME system, and I can access them that way, and I can take in and put items out of them from here as well. So that will be incredibly useful, but it will also require a lot of time to set up. So, 2 things to do, a lot of pipes to craft, and a lot of things will be going on. Alright, so as you can see by my hotbar, I now have an Irradiant Star for Visio. And man, was this difficult. It wasn't that the recipe itself was hard, but the altar didn't have enough starlight. So you may be wondering, oh, I don't know, where did it go? Well, there's this elevator here, and I can take this up a fair bit to get to this altar. Yeah, and so I moved the altar all the way up here, and I added another spectral relay, and that was enough to allow it to be able to craft this thing. Takes a lot of starlight. Yeah. So, now the altar's there, and I installed elevators so I don't have to fly up every time, because the elevators are much faster, but I can go ahead and use this thing. Right now. Just fancy sparkly effects, boom. The light subtly shifts. Now if you look in here, Visio. Perfect. So, now I'm trying to get to here, mostly. So I can go ding, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Epiphany. Perfect. That's important. I need those Epiphany nodes, because now I can come over to this guy and do 1. Oh, that unlocks all of them? Oh. That's good. That's way better than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So now I have 144.45% experience gained, which is a lot better than I had trying to go around and collecting all of these. So definitely worth doing that. Also, I want to get this Singularity thing, so I'm probably going to go in like this to there. Cool. And I'll need a couple more before I can get that, I think. But, again, I can get XP a lot faster now that I'm at 179.55% perk bonus because of this 33% effectiveness. So, yeah, definitely worth doing that. Yeah. Once we get the level itself maxed at 30, I'll probably change again. Probably still to Visio, but maybe to something else. Maybe to Dissidia also. But there's that. So, that'll be something that I continue doing as we go along. Also, I have made 4 ME storage buses because we have 4 major areas of drawers. And from my tiny controller here, these pipes can hold 8 channels. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're still good. I definitely have enough for the pipes itself. So that is a good thing. But if we just follow the pipes all the way out here, all the way over here, going this way, we have a drawer. I should be able to just stick this storage bus right there. It says device missing channel. That should change soon, because this should definitely have a channel. You should. Okay, I don't know why it's not. Oh, online? It said online, right? Yes. Perfect, that's what we wanted. Now we have to do that to all of these, following the extremely long cable. It goes from here. We thought it was done. No, it goes through this building, all the way out the other side over here, and I already leveled up. Cool. All the way over to here, down to this drawer controller, and then we hook it up there. And it continues going all the way over to here. This is a new one. This one didn't exist before. And this is for the stone, stone, glass, sand, and gravel, I think. That's all hooked up there. So now if we come in here and look at this, this is all of our stuff. Truly, all of our stuff. If you thought we had small numbers of things before in here, that's because none of this was actually here. So, that's a lot of nebulous Enderman hearts. That's a lot of appetite shards. We got a lot of stuff. 53,000 sand, gravel, stone, glass. It's beautiful. A lot of cobble, but not that much. Draconium, silicon, all this stuff. And now if we put resources into this, they go into the drawers and not into the drives. Or not into the storage cells. So they are going into the drawers themselves. And I don't have to worry about overfilling with random items, because the drawers will take care of all of that. And now I can empty out these chests, because I have room in my drawers for all of this. So I can go ahead and clear this out. I didn't want to put the apple fritter in there, but yeah, this is what we can do now, and it's glorious. So I will continue moving everything into here, not the tools though, and I might take resources from other areas and stick them in this as well. But with that, I'm going to leave this here. Glad to subscribe if you enjoyed, leave a comment with any feedback you have for me, and I'll see all of you later. Bye.